So why don't we close our eyes, all of us together, and take some deep breaths in and out with our nose and our mouth, breathing in with our nose and out with our mouth, creating a circuit of energy. As you breathe in with your nose deeply, see your mind and your body filled with light and energy. And as you exhale, see all of your stress and tensions and limitations purified in the air of Mother Earth. And with each inward breath, you become more filled with light and energy and peace. And with each exhalation, you become more calm and centered, peaceful. And as you do this for a few moments, very gently become aware that you are awake. It's very easy. It's not complicated. Become aware of the light of consciousness, whereby you're hearing my voice, watching your breath, hearing the sounds around you, being aware of your body. And just gently become more aware of the awake mind within. And sense that you are conscious. And now become aware that that conscious mind is illuminating your individual self. Similar to a huge cathedral's windows, each unique, being illuminated by the same sun, the same light. And yet the light within your own self is the light from the central sun of the cosmic being, of the unbounded mind. And it is infinite. And as you look at your own conscious mind, accept the window of your own self completely, just as you are. You don't need to change. All you have to do is be. And realize that each of us are unique creations, and yet we have our being by virtue of the same light of conscious mind, and it is infinite. It is eternal. It is boundless. And now become aware as you take a deep breath in and out, that this conscious mind is like a vast infinite ocean of awareness. And the opening within your own self is clear to that vast and infinite mind. And so you dive now more deeply, quietly, into that pure ocean of conscious being, pure consciousness. And you feel free. boundless, floating in peace. And now settle more deeply into that quiet ocean of self, the great being, standing, shining within each of us all the time it is present. We are always one. And now become aware that each individual and all that exists in creation are like ripples and waves that rise and fall on the surface of this infinite ocean. And yet, those waveforms of our own individuality are the ocean. We are that being. And thus we are all connected to each other and to all points in space and time, and all worlds and all dimensions, material and astral and spiritual. And so as we go into this meditation, we become aware that everyone around us have this spark of light, this conscious mind within. And it is a singularity. It's not divisible, although we choose through ourselves to divide ourselves apart. But now we choose to become one. And we see we are all one being, shining within all things. And this is our true self, the aspect of ourself that is infinite, beyond the limits of space, and eternal because it is beyond the limits of time. And being thus aware, we can effortlessly gaze with the eye of oneness, this pure, quiet mind. And we may look above us in the sky. And as we rise upward with our consciousness, we can gaze around the city or the countryside, wherever we are, effortlessly. And repeat the gaze and see that the conscious mind is omnipresent. And because it is everywhere, no place is barred from your vision. And wheresoever you choose to see, you can see. Knowing this, let us rise upward and gaze upon the beauty of Mother Earth. And we become aware that the Mother Earth herself is awake and is female, but is also conscious, is not human, but she is awake, she is sentient. And so we feel the oneness as children of the earth all together with her. And we become one with Mother Earth and with one another as her children. And now we rise upward into Father Sky and the vastness of space. And in Father Sky, we behold this same clear consciousness an infinite field of awareness, the same awareness whereby you are conscious at this instant, and effortlessly, on the wings of this unbounded being, you rise upward into space and gaze about the cosmos. And you behold that the entirety of the cosmos is a conscious being, resonating, phasing as energy and matter, as space, time. And yet in reality, it is within us. It is infinite within infinity. And so within ourselves, we may see any place in the cosmos. Now, becoming aware of the cosmic mind, one with your own, ask that your vision be open to any civilization capable of reaching the earth. And just allow your mind to scan the earth, the oceans, your area, our solar system, interstellar or galaxy, intergalactic, infinite. And allow your mind and give permission to yourself to see and be drawn to any people from any star system with whom you are resonating. And now you sense they see you, and they are joining us in this meditation. And take a moment as you go within, with permission, their starships, and see that these people that are awake just as we are, although they are different, deep within, we are the same. We are one. We are awake. And thus there is one great being, and the light of consciousness shining through the eyes of all beings on earth and throughout the cosmos. Being thus centered in this state of oneness, introduce yourself by name to them and show them where you reside on planet Earth. And so you may zoom in to wherever you are on the planet from their direction. And you can show them the continent where you are, the country, the region, the town, the city, the house, exactly and precisely where you are. And invite them to visit in any way that is safe and appropriate for this time and this place on earth. And acknowledge to them they may contact you in thought, in light, in consciousness, through electronic devices, with starships in the sky, with objects overhead, with ET beings, materialized or dematerialized near you. and that you understand they may choose to appear in a way that is outside this dimension, but very close to you. And as we do this, invite them to join us in this meditation and prayer. And we gaze together upon the earth. And we see the earth from space, a biosphere of life, an emerging civilization. And we send a light, a peace, of enlightenment, a pure conscious energy that permeates the earth and all who dwell upon her. And we see that the earth becomes lighter. A golden light envelops the earth, and every heart and mind on the planet is revivified and awakened by this energy coming from the great being. And we ask these civilizations to join us as we ask the Great Spirit to protect the earth and her people and to help us establish a time of universal peace on earth and amongst the stars. And they are waiting for us to reach that state of evolution. And they are eager to have ambassadors from earth, brothers and sisters with whom they can work. And so we offer ourselves in service to the good future, to a new civilization on earth. And we ask that these civilizations from other star systems assist us in seen and unseen ways. And that we ask the great and unbounded being to guide us and to protect us. And we gaze upon the earth with kindness, and we see our leaders and all the people of the earth turning away from the path of destruction and division onto the path of ineffable, infinite peace that comes from within, from the pure light within each of us, the one mind, the one being. And in this, we see the future, where the humanity that is today on earth is transformed into an enlightened people at peace with each other and at peace in the cosmos. And in the passage of time, we see the earth made into a rose garden of enlightenment, and all the wondrous sciences and technologies released for peaceful uses. And the earth is healed, and the burden that we have placed upon her is lifted. And humanity fulfills its destiny to live on earth in peace and enlightenment, and to travel amongst the stars as a people living in peace. Namaste.
Wow.
Were you back?
It takes me a minute.
Yeah, me too.
Takes me a minute. Thank you for that. And you know what I enjoy about what we just did with you is that I'm a guy, as you know, I walk around amped up and a little loud, right? And this allows me to get centered, get my feet back on the ground, and put myself into check. So I thank you for that, and we all do. Really quick before we depart here, is how can everybody reach out to you? How can everybody help? And of course, see and download the 𝗖𝗍 program too as well. What's the best source for everything?
Well, we have a new app out that's called 𝗖𝗍 Contact, and that enables everyone. It has a lot of these meditations and the remote viewing techniques in it, but it also has, like dating apps will let you see who's in your area to chat with.
Mm-hmm.
It has a function. So if you're living in Las Vegas or wherever you are, you can see who's in your area and connect with them. And so you can create your own team. And if you can't meet personally, you can do it virtually like this. So that has just come out, so you can get that. And it really does train. That's what Demi Lovato was using when she had this amazing event happen with her friends on her birthday in July. The other thing is our website, seriousdisclosure.com. You can get a free newsletter there. In fact, you should sign up there if you think you want to come to this premiere with me and Demi and some other people who may be coming. We were hoping that Tony Robbins and his wife could come, but they're busy. They're very big supporters of what we're doing also. There's an inspirational, motivational speaker and great mind named Tony Robbins. He's very, very interested in this also. So, but that's a way that we can stay in touch. And then I have my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Dr. Stephen Greer 55, Dr. DR, not spelled out. And that has about 205 videos on it, including all the military witnesses, but a lot of these meditations and other resources. And I'm at Dr. Stephen Greer on Twitter. And then, of course, Instagram and all. I don't remember all the handles. I don't do that social media stuff, but you can put it up there for people. But and a Facebook also, Dr. Stephen Greer. So I think people can stay in touch that way. More importantly, stay in touch with each other, because what we're finding is that people are forming these 𝗖𝗍 groups all over the world by connecting through the app and finding who's in their area, and they're having these amazing experiences. So I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, we're going to do one of these sort of events. We'll announce it, but you're going to need to follow our social media to know, where Demi Lovato and I and some of our people do a global 𝗖𝗍 out under the stars in a really remote location. Never done it. We'll try. Maybe some technical difficulties, but Adrian at Disclosure Fest is going to help with that, right, Adrian? So, so it'll be fun. And then we're going to do a similar event to what we just did at this premiere. So we're going to have, right before the movie starts, we're going to do maybe a 10 or 15-minute meditation with everyone in her network and my network watching. And maybe you could plug into your network too.
Sure.
That'd be cool. That'd be great.
This is what I always find interesting, and not to make light of it, but I think it's funny that when we do these mass meditations, certainly like the one we just did right now, that there was some grumpy old dude walking down the street in Manhattan talking to himself, and then just went, what was that? Mm-hmm. Oh, I feel kindler and gentler.
Right. And a vibration through the force. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that this is happening. Thank you so much, Dr. Greer. Absolutely wonderful conversation. Let's get 2020 behind us. Let's get to 2021. Lots of great things ahead, and you're a big part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you November 20th in Scottsdale at the premiere.
Absolutely. And to everybody over at Disclosure Fest, let's head back to the headquarters. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Dr. Stephen Greer, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.